The government doesn't mess with you for reading poems like that or speaking that way in America. Yeah, they kill us. They ruin our credit. As soon as we get to college, they make it harder to live in invisible ways. It is a slow death. The colored girl is crying because I'm not telling her story right. I am colored here. It is difficult to explain myself, ourselves. Isn't it black so black and yellow and native and twisted and confused? I was raised in Tom Moore's house. I was raised in Master Moore's house. My daddy was black, native, Motown, Southern, Cadillac, African, loud on purpose. Big smiles, dimples, called the white boys at the Canadian border niggas. My daddy would rifle on porch during the riots, took my Canadian-raised quiet mother down south in the 60s in his convertible green Cadillac. He didn't understand, she didn't understand that she had to stay in the house because my daddy's love was not a safe place. This is the education they don't teach on the news. I've never been down with those crumble bags of paper tests of blackness, the red blood and high cheeks of my people. Don't subscribe to this psychodrama, Jim Crow, South Africa, Mississippi, dividing, conquer the red clay, boom bap, jazz, deconstruct the hip hop, nigga, you heard me, destroy the slave whip before the slave ship. Yoga, your way out of this chaos across oceans, this ugly that connects us. Hi, yellow girl in South Africa. My daddy is from Alabama, 1920s cotton. In Harlem, we are all just Puerto Ricans. It don't matter, say hola, goddammit. You know me, little girl. I'm your sister. This shit don't exist. They made it exist in a nightmare to steal your gold. The poverty is what they left inside those books. You are golden with broken eyes, circling me, an ambush of people trying to get me to get you, but I am you. You talk like a white girl. You black at the white school. You love your white family. You don't know nothing else. You don't have to choose a side. You a whole woman, a whole person. You a multi-ethnic diversity class poster child. You a whole heart, an entire lung. You breathe in humanity. You just a baby being born. You just an ancestor covered by skin. My ancestor was a dark chocolate West African woman. She just said she just wanted to see what it felt like. Said it was okay, but something was missing, so she scarred my face to give me edge. I see your scars too, child holding your father's hands. I'm sorry, I'm not the mirror you asked for. I am also my father's child. I am who I say I am. Obama is a black man. He is who he says he is. This is not privilege. This is political choice. Even the light-skinned girls are sick of the light-skinned girls. We were both checking into a Delta flight in Atlanta. It was about 7 o'clock in the morning. I was in a rush. He was on crutches and had people bringing his boxes of shoes out of the car. We both had cornrows. I didn't recognize Michael Vick because he's not so tall, and I'm more of a basketball fan. But I loved Mike Vick when he was the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. He reminded me of the way Barry Sanders used to run with the Detroit Lions. He would stand around, I jumped in front of him and asked the Delta representative to check me in because I had a flight I needed to catch, and he was taking too damn long with all his shoes being brought in. He looked at me all puzzled and crazy, but I think he liked that I didn't really know who he was at that moment. And I never imagined the world or me knowing Michael Vick for anything other than the game of football. This is for him. One of Janet Jackson's tits. Stop America from the luxury of their pork and beer and family hour of football on primetime television. One quick glimpse of this natural dark phenomenon shook the fat white beer bellies and right wing like a juicy piece of barbecue, dripping like blood, covering the carpets of America's brutal living dead rooms that powers its brains with their TV god, teaching us that a woman's body is not sacred. One brown breast exposed for 2 seconds is a sin in the home of Puritans and Pilgrims, while we are forced to watch and smell them, bloated, pierced, hairy, funky beer bellies of men who have 5 tits to our 2, sweating profusely as they scream at their favorite football team, shoving Cheetos down their throats, acting as if their children really give a damn who wins. Football is an outside sport. When's the last time any of you went outside and threw the pigskin? Played under the sun and the stars, it's a violent game that paralyzes, excites the gladiator in us. All this Super Bowl attention to a single black quarterback and the fighting of pit bulls? But what about the abused wives of players? What is the fine for beating the shit out of your wife after a bad loss? They don't talk about that. Are we ready to rumble? Young man rumble. They rape women, they rape dogs. We live in a country that used to muzzle African women and rape them like wild animals. Fight enslaved, shackled African men gladiator style. And Michael Vick is the villain? Let's be clear, I'm an animal lover. I cried when I had to leave my dog Crystal behind. My mama left my daddy. He was a mutt and crazy as hell. Nobody wanted to fight Crystal's ass. He was part poodle and dug up the damn yard like a hound dog. But around the block, we knew some dummies who used to fight the pit bulls, and we weren't allowed to go over there. But it was a part of the culture of my neighborhood. Dog fighting, chicken fighting, slave fighting, violent contact sports, boxing, football, hockey, American as apple pie. You can lose your legs, your cane, your teeth, your life, your legs, your game, your teeth, your life, your legs, your game, your teeth, your life, your legs, your game, your teeth, your life, your career, especially if you're smart, talented quarterback, and fast as hell, and black in the NFL.